Mark posted this.
Yes. He doesn't even name Kenneth. I've been getting calls and texts all day from people calling me a slut.
What about Kenneth? He is the pastor.
But is it true?
Look, it's not that simple. I mean, the way Mark did that, it makes me sound like a whore.
No. It makes you sound like somebody who got wrapped up in the wrong person, decided to break up with an asshole, wanted to be vindictive.
Fuck him.
Okay.
Fuck him.
All right. Look, just walk me through it.
With Mark or with Pastor Little?
With Little. We already know Mark's an asshole.
I came to him after Mark and I broke up just because he told us to always come to him with anything. So I told him how I was feeling, and that's when he started counseling me. Coming to the house, took me to a few dinners, and then it happened. And I know it was wrong for me to get caught up, but I needed comfort.
Hey, you are not the first person who thought that the pastor had the best interest at heart. You would not be the last.
I don't want to be the first, and I don't want to be the last. But I was stupid.
Oh, how long has this been going on?
Months. Then a week ago, Martin, the assistant pastor, came to me and told me that I had to stop seeing him. That I needed to respect the First Lady.
Because he knew that you two were.
Yes.
Okay.
But he didn't know I was pregnant.
Lainey.
And when I told Kenneth, he stopped returning my calls. And then he sent Martin to tell me to get rid of the baby. I've never been through like that in my life. Like I was trash. I never wanted any of this to happen.
Hey, Lainey, it's okay. It's okay. You plan on keeping the baby?
No. I already took care of it. But that's when I started asking questions about him. You know, was I the only woman that he did this with? 2?
And?
No. There are others. 2 women that I know of. There are also rumors about some shady dealings he's got going on at the church. They're just rumors, though. Drugs or some money scam, but the women are real. He is the fucking devil, Stuart.
Damn. I wish I still had my job at the paper so I could investigate him. Right now, they're just waiting for me to resign so they don't have to fire me.
Well, what about your friends? I mean, don't you have somebody that you can call?
They're all trying to stay away from me now.
Look, this could all go away if you just... I don't know if you just ignore it.
Daddy knows.
Oh, my God.
When he called me a whore. He said I should have known better. I mean, what about him? He's the man of God.
Hey, listen. This might not be what you want to hear right now. But you're strong, Lainey, okay? You're strong enough to get through
Why
this.
do people always think that strength is enough?
Lainey.
You are the reporter. Just tell me what the fuck to do.
Do not let these men get the best of you. Don't let them break you.
I have been going to this church since I was 5 years old. I cannot go back there. God, I wish I was...
Hey. No, don't you ever say that. Don't you ever say that.
So Kenneth just keeps getting to do this to women and leaving them to pick up the pieces, and then Mark just gets to shit on me to feel better about himself.
Man, can you get any of these women to admit to the affairs?
And who's gonna believe him? Whoever believes women when they talk about men who do crap like this?
Someone.
Someone. Oh, that's just fucking great,
Hey,
Stuart.
someone believed the story about my ex-wife, which got me fired from the only time I had a job at a newspaper. 8 years.
I had a child inside of me. And now I don't. And when Daddy called me a whore, it felt like the whole world was against me. I never loved anybody the way I love my daddy. Until the Reverend. And now everybody's gonna hate me.
Look, Laney, it'll be all right. Need a damn drink.
Well, it would have worked out if you'd been satisfied with just being editor and reporter.
You'll be
But not
fine.
you. You had to marry me, spoil everything.
I wasn't satisfied. I suppose I proposed to you.
Well, you practically did, making Google eyes at me for 2 years until I broke down. Cold water. And I still claim I was tight the night I proposed to
You both made your positions very clear. There's no alternative but to do what you want me to or resign. I'm resigning. You get plenty of men in my race to do anything you ask them to. So why waste your time on me? As far as Miss Bell was concerned, she's a lady. I've too much respect for her. Myself, Dr. Fraser, do. You know it, I know it all. As to you two, any respect for the unfortunate members of my race, especially the girls who are forced to work here, you wouldn't got to make them do everything. But since you haven't, I don't like your attitude. I'm quit. Good day.
Come on, Laney. Get over this already.
Hey, this is Lainey Cooper. Leave me a message and I'll call you back. Have a blessed day.
Hey, Laney, what's the deal with all these text messages?
It means that I'm leaving, Miss Bell.
You know, well, listen, I gotta go buy the newspaper, and then I'm gonna come by, talk to you after that, all
Because of
right?
you, I'm sorry.
Laney, don't.
Mustn't you can't.
I'll just come by and talk to you.
The only way I could get it back and keep it would be for you to do what they wanted me to make you do. You did. I'll hate both you and her.
We did just what the home.
I was the black cat.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Patrick. I know you were coming to the paper to clear out your office, but the boss is here and he's gonna be around all day.
I gotta call you back.
Stuart, we should talk now. Look, Manafort's trying to give you a shit assignment for your last article because he knows it'll piss you off.
Tell him to be an editor-in-chief and stop being so goddamn petty. You know what? It doesn't matter. Just shoot me an email. I'll write it, no matter what it is.
Look, man, I can't apologize enough for getting you fired.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
Okay. The event is on Crenshaw. Some old school cats are talking
I
reparation.
don't give a fuck what it is. I'll write it. Later. Laney. 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 What's up with all those messages? Laney. 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 No.
Lady! 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 Lady, what did you do? What did you do? Wake up! Wake up! Fuck!
This is one of the best articles I have ever read about the truth. Once you set it in motion, it will eat through any lie, any hidden agenda, any distortion.
What is your emergency?
I just found my cousin.
Thing is, it's probably suicide, but see if anybody's acting strange. Just don't make anything obvious, right? I'll check in after I talk to him. You're Stewart, right?
Yeah.
You said that she sent you a text.
Yeah. Yeah, she sent me a text.
Uniform says that he didn't see a cell in here. What did the text say?
Said that she was sorry. She didn't have anything to be sorry about.
Sorry for what?
I mean, I guess she was having an affair with this pastor. Really wrecked her. More than I know.
See, so when you came in, you looked on the table, this article, what was the only thing that you found?
Yeah, I wasn't looking for a phone. Just saw her.
Yeah. Yeah. This you?
Yeah.
I am very sorry about your cousin.
Thank you.
Do you have her parents' number? I think that we should go.
Yeah.
Is this something you ain't telling me?
Uncle Donald, Lainey told me that she came to you, talked to you about Little, tell you about the baby. You called her a whore.
When she told me she was pregnant, I didn't know what to say.
You knew not to say that.
But come on. Don't come telling me, man, what I should or what I shouldn't have said.
You shouldn't have said that.
She told me what she was doing with that son of a bitch. You know how many preachers take advantage of women like Lainey? My baby, he had no right to use her like that.
I came here to ask you not to have the funeral at the church.
It's the only church she's gone to.
Okay, but you can't.
Well, I can ask someone else to do the funeral. Like Pastor Johnson, he baptized her, watched her grow in the church.
He's retired.
Yeah, that's all right. He'll come back for her. He loves her.
You cannot do it there.
Don't tell me. Don't say that. Because I will. I am not gonna let that bastard keep her from being tended to by the only church she knows, man. Don't tell me that.
Okay. All right, well, just listen. Just don't let him do it.
Well, Mrs. Cooper, I found him. He's back here.
I'd like you to come speak at the funeral.
Yeah.
Because you two was close.
Yeah,
Of course.
Mr. Patterson. Stu. I'm sorry about Lainey. You know, I loved her so much.
Talk to you later, Uncle Don. Go say goodbye to Auntie. Yeah, do not let that motherfucker come to the funeral.
The fuck?
That's what happens to assholes, Mark.
We ain't got no ice.
Asshole.
This is Stephanie. Who is this?
Hi, Stephanie. This is Lainey's cousin, Stuart Cooper.
Reporter that got fired?
Yeah, that's me.
How did you find me?
Well, you kind of said it. I'm a reporter.
Are you doing a story?
No, I just, look, I hate to ask you this, Stephanie, but were you involved with Little?
What? Involved?
Yeah, you have an affair?
What does this have to do with me or Lainey?
Well, Lainey told me that she talked to you and another woman.
Who was the other woman?
See, I didn't tell her your name, so I just feel like maybe I should keep hers confidential, too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but listen, if it wasn't you who she spoke to, I apologize for calling. That was completely out of line.
We did talk.
What?
I don't want my business in the street. This kind of thing taints you, you know?
Yeah, I do. Listen, Stephanie, do you think maybe we can meet up? Talk a little bit?
Talk to you, a reporter?
Yeah, but this is... I just want some clarity.
For what?
For me. I just want to know what he did to drive Lainey to do what she did to herself.
He didn't do anything. Kenny is a good man. I don't want to do anything to hurt him.
Wait, so you're just okay with him stringing women along?
Talk to Kenneth, not the women. Goodbye.
Do I love you? Of course. You just have to
understand.
Yes. This isn't simple. I've got a wife, a church to lead. I'm scared of what would happen if I told people how much I love you.
I don't want you to hurt your career. And I don't want you to hurt the people who believe in you. I just...
What?
think maybe we focus on what's in front of you.
If I don't have you with me, I'm lost tonight. And what we have is special. If it could be any other way, I'd want it. But I didn't know. I didn't know I was falling in love with you. This hurts me as much as...
I love you too.
Lainey was always troubled. It seemed like nothing ever went right for her.
She fell in love too quick. Jumped without looking.
So hard out here to find someone who can just love you. Sometimes that's what you have to do.
Everything in life is hard, Jay. Doesn't mean you got a break. Some fucking fool will make you make even more foolish decisions.
You talking about us?
I'm talking about everybody.
Well, that's what they said about us when all of our shit happened.
Cost me my job and Natalie's future.
You'll get another job.
Yeah, and I'll slowly rebuild what I lost. But that's the thing, I got to slowly rebuild what I lost.
I said I was sorry.
So did I.
We had been together since high school. You had never done anything like that. Started talking and I couldn't stop.
See, that's the thing. You never mentioned the part that he was my best friend. Somehow that never made it into your story. Of course, Patrick's husband never said that either when he blurted it out at Manafort's. He never knew the steward would punch his wife.
I never thought he would do that.
Yeah, well, people always do things that you never think they do. I deserved it, okay? I know that. You knew the moment I left in my hands. It's like my old man used to say. If you don't think the second before your life changes, you can't complain about the 1,000 hours after it's changed. Hey, you think you can watch Natalie on my days? I don't want to drag her into all this mess.
What mess?
Yeah, I gotta write this stupid article. Look for a job. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna say at Lainey's funeral.
Sure.
Okay, so what I want you to do, stand right there. All right, here we go. Ready? And...
Liz Williams.
Yeah?
Stuart Cooper.
Lainey's cousin. You called Stephanie last night.
I did.
She called me right after she hung up with you.
So then you know why I'm here.
I am not going to talk out about that man, no matter what kind of son of a bitch he is.
Why not?
Your cousin made her choice. A bad one, but her choice.
Yeah, being with him.
Killing herself.
Oh, it's a lot of sympathy you got going there, Liz.
None whatsoever. Look, she laid with a married man. I did too. You want to feel better about yourself? Take him for a little something. Make him pay a bill or two. You don't kill yourself.
Okay, just so I'm clear, he's got a Mercedes. He got you this lovely car, I presume. That's what you think you get out of him?
Yep, and he pays my rent when I need him to, and he puts groceries on my table for my boys.
Well, if you felt that way, why'd you go to Lainey and tell her about you and Little?
Lainey came to me.
What?
Yeah, she came to me and Stephanie after she saw our names in Reverend Little's phone. Now think about that. She creeped through his phone like she was the wife. She came to us all hysterical and shit, telling us to leave him alone, threatening to blow up our spot if we didn't. No, we did not go to her. She got caught in her feelings and couldn't get out. You fuck him, you don't fall in love with him.
He fucked you up so bad that you can't have sympathy for my cousin.
Let's see, he had 2 legs, a dick, 2 arms, and a face. You can change the name, but the shit he did was what all men do. Eventually, you just choose not to hurt anymore. She knew from her ex-boyfriend that it would eventually all go bad. So I'm not... It ain't that I don't have sympathy. I'm just mad. Mad that she wasn't stronger.
No, absolutely. Okay. Now, you know what? Let me call you back.
Detective?
Mind if I come in?
Yeah, sure. So what's this about?
Mark Evans.
Goodbye.
He is going to press assault charges on you.
Did he tell you what he did? Why I hit him?
He said that he walked into the backyard, you hit him, then you left.
Yeah, but did he tell you what he did?
Why don't you tell me?
Sometimes you think people that you love can see your faults, but they rarely do. They just do what they can to get you back. Like screwing someone. Someone you'd never think they'd screw. Laney decided to screw someone many people respect, listen to, and value. Because that's how leeches operate. They don't suck the life out of you, they devour it. Laney found herself so incapable of forging a meaningful relationship with anyone that she stuffed herself with the one person we all admire. And he goes on to talk about how they met, blah, blah, blah.
Social media brings out the savagery in people.
Telling me.
Yeah, but you let yourself get pulled in by punching them.
Is that why you're here?
No. I'm here because I have an open investigation into your cousin's death. Or at least until it's officially ruled a suicide.
You think some shit went wrong?
I don't know. I mean, we haven't found her phone. Did she lose it? Did she throw it away? What happened to it?
You asking me?
The guy that got to her house before anybody else because you got text that nobody else did? Yes.
Why is her phone so important? She fucking killed herself.
Maybe the reason is on the phone.
You're not a psychiatrist, you're a cop. Do some cop work.
Okay. Well, maybe Mark found it. And then he threatened to expose something that led her to do it.
If he did.
He didn't put that belt around her neck. Then he dies of a guilty conscience.
Yeah, well, a lot of good that does Laney.
Or maybe you took it. And if so, why?
I had a whole lot of stuff on my mind right now. Last thing I'm thinking about is stealing somebody's phone. Her family, they're devastated. I'm not too far behind.
Understood. Understood. You know, you may want to talk to Evans. Keep him from dragging you through the mud with a lawsuit.
Thanks.
Do you have any thoughts on him harming her?
Well, listen, the guy's an asshole. He's not a murderer, unless you count the post.
Yeah, it's cyberbullying at the most. You know, it's not a crime, but it should be. Did you see it coming? Your cousin?
No. You know, I always told people that
What made me a good journalist is that I can
see shit coming. See between the cracks. Second time in my life I've ever been blindsided.
Thank you for the water. Cyberbullying at the most. You know, it's not a crime, but it should be. What's stopping me from fucking you up?
Cop came by, told me that you were thinking about pressing charges. If you do that, I see this thing ending for you.
You fucking sucker punched me.
You shouldn't have posted what you posted about Lainey.
Come on, man. She made me feel like...
Before you finish that statement, think about where she is. Think about where you are.
The fuck are you here for?
Wanted to give you a heads up.
Why?
It would prevent you from suing me. Just a thought.
Okay. What?
The preacher might be looking to harm you.
Why?
The way Lainey told it to me is that he loved her a lot. After he read what you wrote, he wanted to come after you. If that's true, what do you think's gonna happen now that she killed herself?
Maybe he realized he shouldn't fuck his flock.
Maybe. Thinking, oh, maybe. Feels broken. Thinks it's all your fault. Decides to come after you after all.
Well, if he wants to lose some money, let him. I'll sue his ass too.
Let's give me a heads up.
Why?
Because maybe I'm hoping you two will do what no one else would do. Kill the two motherfuckers responsible for my cousin's death.
And this coming from the same guy who punched his own wife? Fuck you, Stu. You're a piece of shit too.
Yeah, I've been told that before. I'll let you know how that funeral goes.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, tell you where to send the flowers.
You fucking punched someone else.
You had it coming.
Remember when you had to go to counseling to try to keep your job?
Yeah, a lot of good that did, because I don't have my job.
Yeah, but remember what the counselor said about your anger issues?
All right, Patrick.
You bottle shit up inside and then you explode. Or you don't let shit seep out and you still explode.
We are talking about one incident. How the fuck do you analyze somebody's life off of one incident?
Because your one incident is now someone else's. Oh my God, he punched someone again.
You know when Lainey called me, told me about her ex and this preacher guy, I thought to myself, how the fuck you bringing this to my door? I really thought that she would just cry, get over it, and drown her sorrows in some other shit he'd do.
What, are you crazy? You were her best friend and family. She comes to you, man. It's end of the road time.
Just didn't see it, man.
Because you're going through your own bad shit. You lost your job, your wife, almost lost your kid. You wanted the right person, but she didn't see that. What, you got a new phone?
Yeah, I got, tired of all those scumbags calling me on the other one.
Look, I gotta tell you something.
You don't want to hear it?
Bill gave your column away. Said you didn't respond quick enough.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? My fucking cousin killed herself. What is wrong with this guy? He's a fucking idiot.
Look, you didn't want to do it anyway.
You know, it's good. I'm working on something else anyway.
What? What?
Yeah, I can't talk about it now, but it'll be out soon.
All right. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right, call me if you need me. Right.
So who the fuck would do this? Fucking sick.
We live in a sick fucking world. There's another one with a location on it, Burbank.
Nah, too easy. Especially since the first one wasn't sent with a picture.
Yeah, just check into it.
Kenneth, I need for you to keep your head above water right now. If somebody's trying to torment you, damn it, take it. That's part of your calling. We don't need a spotlight on this.
Spotlight? Someone's using a dead woman's cell phone to send me messages. That doesn't concern you?
It scares the hell out of me. But it also scares me every time you stick your dick in someone new.
What about the shit that you've done and still do?
We're not talking about me right now.
Right. That's right. Okay. I'm cool. Just find out who's doing this.
You gotta have anything about your own work. No? Okay, we gotta do this. So, how exactly did you find me in the first place?
Social media. People find it.
And why are you back?
For Laney.
Then we don't have anything to talk about.
Okay, how about for you?
Oh, you don't even know me.
Liz, I'm a journalist. I know a lot of women like you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everything that you said to me comes from a person who was hurt a long time ago and is trying to cover it up with bravery, that doesn't crawl into bed with them when it's time to go to sleep at night, doesn't sit in the shower with them, doesn't get in the passenger seat when you're going to work. It's fucking fake bravery. It's covered up some fear. Being hurt, being used. And you deserve not to feel like that. But it's never gonna go away, you know why?
Why?
Because you keep inviting it into your heart. And then the fucked up men follow. And then more fucked up men follow them.
You don't know me.
I know me, and I'm a fucked up man. So is Little. You think his wife knows about you? Or Laney? Or Stephanie? Or...
Do you know how hard it is to raise a kid in L.A.? If I have to give Kenneth Little some head and some ass, but it takes care of my kid, then he's gonna get some head and some ass. His wife knows what she signed up for.
Gotta love that Christian charity.
Praise Jesus. Do you know how hard it is to raise a kid in L.A.? If I have to give Kenneth Little some head and some ass, but it takes care of my kid, then he's gonna get some head and some ass. If I have to give Kenneth Little some head and some ass, but it takes care of my kids, then he's gonna get some head and some ass. His wife knows what she signed up for. If I have to give Kenneth Little some head and some ass, but it takes care of my kids. If I have to give Kenneth Little some head and some ass, but it takes care of my kids, then he's gonna get some head and some ass. His wife knows what she signed up for.
Social media. You said this would never come into our home or into our church.
I couldn't see something like this coming.
You said it wouldn't come into our home or our church. Get in front of it, fix it.
I will.
If you don't, you'll be a disappointment to God. These are tests, Kenneth. Don't fail them.
I'm sorry, Katrina.
You say that every time. It means you're a liar. How are you gonna explain this to your drug-dealing friend Dizzy?
Liz, it's Kenneth. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but we're gonna have to stop seeing each other. No, Rhonda, it's not what I expected, but I can't risk being with anyone until this is over. Sharon, stop. What do I think God thinks about this? I'm waiting on him to tell me.
You got no idea who posted that.
No. The police said his cell phone's been missing since the day they went to the apartment.
This is evil.
Yeah. Is it true?
Kenneth, 1 second, please. Kenneth, hi. Can I come see you? No. No, 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 no. No, I don't want us to end like this. Kenneth, please. I know, but I'm just asking. Just asking if I can come see you. Is that... He doesn't think it'd be smart if we see each other anymore.
How does that make you feel?
How in the fuck do you think it makes me feel?
Yeah? Okay, thanks. Bye. Hey, Mark?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Okay.
I just got off the phone with one of our members. I need to talk to you about something you posted about your ex-girlfriend.
I got off that site, all right? I was being harassed.
Did you see this today?
If I have to give Kenneth Little some head and some ass, but it takes care of my kids.
Drew, look, that, I can't explain.
Let's talk in the office. It might be time for you to look for another job.
Hey.
Hey, I have to go view Lainey's body. Can you come with me?
Yeah, sure thing, Ladonna. When do you need to go?
Doctor had to come over and sedate Clara.
Sorry to hear that.
Yes. Somehow she claiming that all this here is her fault.
How?
She's saying she ain't raised Lainey Ray. Should have toughened her up. She was a little girl. She always was too sensitive.
And you said she was an empath. Touch with the universe, Uncle Donald.
I never believed in that shit.
Good for you to believe. Everybody got something that belongs to them and them only.
The times I lived through, come on. Racism everywhere you look. People looking down on black men. Can't get yourself a good paying job. I ain't have enough time to go for being in touch with the fucking universe. Barely had enough time to be in touch with me. When she was a little girl, she used to say she wished she could marry butterflies because they were so beautiful. Who in the hell wants to marry a goddamn butterfly?
Did you talk to Pastor Johnson about doing the funeral?
I ain't asked him yet.
Why not?
Guess I just ain't ready to admit that she's dead yet. We tried to have other kids, you know. Never took. So we spoiled her rotten. Gave her everything except strength.
She was very strong, Uncle Donald.
Strong people do not kill themselves.
Takes a lot of strength to stare to the end of your life.
Pastor.
Hey.
This
getting worse. And when I ask you to consider me and how this will make me feel, you tell me that you will always love me. Never leave me. But the bigger question is, were you ever there? I should have known better than to believe you, but you knew my heart was vulnerable.
Who's doing this?
I think it's the boyfriend.
What? What is this becoming?
I can handle this. One of the pictures that was sent is near the location of his apartment building.
When did you find out about the boyfriend?
This morning.
Okay, go talk to him. If it's money he wants, find a number that makes him happy. If it's jealousy, make him realize he's asking for the wrong thing.
Okay.
Katrina.
The board wants to meet with you.
Who called the meeting?
Pastor Johnson.
After you talk to the boyfriend, if you don't think it's him, talk to the cousin, Stuart.
Let you know what I find out.
Kenneth, you do understand that when you took over this congregation, we put everything in your hands.
I do. I completely understand.
Well, son, the level of disappointment from everyone around this table is so high right now.
Pastor Johnson, brothers and sisters, I'd like you to know that I completely understand. And I would like you to know that I've never meant for any of this to happen.
Your name's attached to 2 women, Kenneth. 2 that we know of. Are there more? And what else have you done that we should be aware of? What will the damage control be? And will there be lawsuits? These questions are endless.
Understand? I can answer these questions, Pastor Johnson. And my suggestion is to let me get in front of this, in front of the media. Jimmy Swaggart, Jim Baker, Bishop Long, they all did the smart thing and got in front of the problem, not behind it. And
Kenneth,
it's
we don't even know what the problem is, not the true problem. Do you have a sex addiction?
No, sir.
And what does Katrina have to say about all this?
That's what we'd like to know.
She stands behind me.
That makes what you do all right?
No, it does not.
There are women out there who trust you to deliver the word, to lead them to salvation, not with what's between your legs, but with your heart, with your soul.
Amen.
Yes, and I'm only
human. Please don't say that. There are too many fallen people in the Bible who blame their misdirection on being human. We're all human.
Understood. Understood. I still believe the best thing to do is to move forward.
No.
We can get ahead of this, Pastor.
Not until we clear this up.
Well,
and
that
not
is what
until
I'm
we
trying to do,
understand the
sir.
magnitude of what's in front of us.
What?
Oh, Kenneth. Oh, my God. The amount of money that you have brought into this church, it's exceeded. It's beyond our wildest hopes.
And we should keep that in mind, sir.
Unfortunately, until we get this cleared up, you have to step aside.
No,
from
Pastor Johnson, that would not be the wise thing to do.
Take the time.
This church is in the black because of my work. Sir, I do not think that you have given this.
You,
sir.
We've already voted. It's done. Later, maybe later, we'll reconvene and we'll have a true discussion.
Oh, hey, I need you to write the obituary.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Never should have called her. When I called her, you know, I just hated that she let herself get caught up in anyone like that.
Yeah, well, Lainey never expected it either.
Hello?
Hey, you mind if I take Natalie to lunch?
Yeah, sure. Be good for her to see you.
Thanks.
You weren't able to keep me this week?
That's some other business I had to attend to. How's the business staying with your mom this week?
She loves it. You know, she's always complaining about splitting up the week, so she gets a kick out of having me for this long.
You will be back soon.
Good, because you have my favorite blanket.
You're right, I do. Thank you for that. It's been keeping me very warm. You know, been rubbing my feet all over it. Promise you, it smells great.
Do you love Mama?
I do.
Then why aren't you together?
Sometimes, you know, sometimes relationships, they don't work.
Well, I'm not gonna ask why, because I know you wouldn't tell me.
No power school.
Sucks.
Okay.
I'm sorry about Lainey. I know she was your favorite cousin.
She was. Yeah, thank you.
Do you think you could have helped her?
If she would have told me, she never told anybody anything.
Well, if you ever think of hurting yourself, you're gonna tell me, right?
Yeah, will do. Hey, I'm done doing a bunch of stupid stuff.
Good.
Almost, I think.
Mama! We brought you tacos.
Ooh, that was so sweet of you.
It was Daddy's idea. Bye.
See you later, baby.
You used to bring me tacos all the time.
You know, it's crazy. She actually enjoys tacos almost as much as you.
She does. Yeah, she probably got most of my good traits.
Oh, yeah? Only yours, none of mine?
She got your anger.
'Cause that's a good trait.
Sometimes. Always felt protected around you. Got irrational, but always felt safe.
Why Ben?
Stop feeling safe.
Safe? Or wanted?
Wanted.
look at you. You survived. The whole Ben and Stewart debacle.
My life didn't completely hinge on you and Ben. I wanted you to be my forever, but you got consumed with work. Seemed like we were never enough for you.
Most of what I did was so I could be enough for you. Journalist life is bullshit. I know it. I got consumed with my job because when did you stop seeing Ben? Okay, it's still going on.
Okay, we're not seeing each other regularly.
Okay.
Just, it wasn't.
I'm sorry. I don't want to get in trouble for what I already did.
I'm sorry.
How the fuck are you gonna be sorry and you're still doing it? Makes no fucking sense. That's so crazy. What the hell?
Then you jumped off of the garage and you broke your leg, and I'm yelling. You only did that because you were mad
Okay, first of all,
and tried to prove a point.
Okay, first of all, she didn't call me sissy. She
Yeah.
didn't call me sissy.
First of
Those
all,
fighting words.
you shouldn't have let me jump first.
Well, no, I wanted to see some of that black girl magic. Can you fly?
Joke's on you.
Never had a woman before in my life.
You get caught up and you move without thinking sometimes.
Sometimes.
She did sleep with your best friend.
So the facts.
But you should have whooped his ass and not hers.
I fucking let my emotions get away with me.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
What are you talking? You never did anything that stupid.
Nah, but I just date bad dude after bad dude.
Who's a bad dude? You think Mark is a bad dude?
Mark is lazy, always dreaming. But so far, he's a good dude.
Yeah, so maybe he'll be the dude that keeps you from dating other bad dudes.
Hope so. Think to call me before you do anything stupid next time.
Okay.
So what'd your job say?
I'm suspended, which probably means I'm fired because I got an asshole boss who doesn't like me very much.
You? What?
Problematic.
You know what's kind of funny is you've always been one of those the truth will set you free type dudes. And this time, it trapped you. You should have just left when you found out.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's easier to write about that guy than to be that person, you know? I'm a very good writer. Maybe not that good of a person. What's up? You owe me some money that I forgot about? Oh my God. Are you serious? You just walk around with that in your purse?
Yeah. Look.
You have a problem.
This is one of the best articles I have ever read about the truth.
You really gonna fucking hold me? Is this something I wrote when I was in college?
Yeah. Look, Stu, what you did is going to follow you for the rest of your life. It's gonna haunt you. So now would be a good time to remind yourself of what to do when faced with the truth.
I've never had a woman before in my
The
life.
great thing about the truth is once you set it in motion, It will eat through any lie, any hidden agenda, any distortion. Let the truth fly, and it will devour anything in its path, hopefully to the good. You were an overriding son of a gun.
Shut up and enjoy the writing.
I love you. Sorry I wasn't there for you.
Appreciate that. Mark, if you're calling about the funeral, you're still not invited.
You been posting this shit?
What, the post by Lainey? No.
She didn't have too many friends or anybody that would do some crazy shit like this.
If you don't know how mad or crazy a person has to be to do some shit like this, I suggest you speak to someone who feels wronged.
You don't feel that way?
No. No, why? Because you're a heartless fuck who took a shit on my cousin and left? No. No thanks.
If it is you, I'm gonna fuck you up.
You'll try and you'll fail.
If it's not you, then who's doing it?
I mean, ask yourself, am I the only person who thinks you're a piece of shit?
No.
Good luck figuring it out.
Reverend Little. Jason Cunningham, Los Angeles Register.
Well, I'm really not that important.
Well, when someone of your stature is connected to a suicide, I beg to differ.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am not connected to a suicide. Elaine didn't let me know she was planning on taking her own life.
Were you having an affair?
She was going through a difficult time, a breakup with her boyfriend, Mark Evans. She was an emotional woman that may have thought some things that weren't necessarily true, and that's all I'll say.
What about the other one whose post went viral? You have an affair with her?
Are you focusing on a poor woman tragically taking her own life, or are you more concerned with whether or not I had an affair?
I'm focused on whatever's news.
Well, sometimes you should concern yourself with someone's soul.
Like you did?
Have a good day, young man.
Take that as a yes? Off record?
Now I've got reporters getting in my face. That guy had to come from her cousin. Lainey's cousin doesn't work for the newspaper anymore. He's here. I gotta go. Yo! Are you Mark?
Nah, I don't know any Mark.
I saw your Facebook page. Come on, man. You're Mark Evans.
Who are you? I'm Lainey's assistant pastor. Why'd you send those messages?
I wrote a post. It was a mistake, okay?
So you decided to shake Lainey up enough that she would commit suicide and call that a mistake?
You know, I'm tired of people telling me what I did or didn't do wrong.
Well, your indiscretions have put my pastor in a precarious situation.
Fuck your pastor. Like he fucked my girl.
You know why that happened? Because you didn't think a man of God would hit you. And don't even think about going to the police. Because nobody even saw me here. Besides, I'm a high-profile church member. And you'll just be seen as the douche that you already are. Do yourself a favor. Clean your shit up. Write an apology on your page. Take some of the blame. Then move out of LA. Move. Yeah. Move. Do-overs are good for the soul.
I'll be checking on you. Motherfucker.
It's Patrick. I'm getting good traction on your cousin's story, but in its current state, it won't get past page 3 of the local section. You got anything?
Mark Evans, her ex-boyfriend. He told me that she was pregnant, and then she had to have an abortion after a guy, Martin, who's at the church. He told her it was the best thing to do.
That's Pastor Little's assistant, right? Yeah. That's great. Anything else?
Yeah, the detective covering the case, his name is Ford, Demetrius Ford. He can fill you in, or whatever, I don't know.
Got it. Stuart, why didn't you call me with this info before, man?
Listen, when we first sat down, it was gossip, now it's news. Tell me and Ford I helped out, okay?
Let's get your cousin some justice first.
Yeah.
Katrina. Katrina. Katrina.
It's obvious you fucked with the wrong person this time.
Yes.
Most important, you have no idea who could be doing this.
Meaning?
Just goes to show how many people you fucked over.
Katrina, you will have many years to tear me apart, but right now, I need you to help me out. We can go back and forth with this shit all day and night.
You don't need to worry about me. You need to worry about what Dizzy's gonna think.
I have been thinking about what Dizzy is going to think, okay? I got that motherfucker's money tied up in the church. I fuck up his money, he has my head on a plate. So I have been very, very clearly thinking about Dizzy's bitch ass.
Oh, so now you mad? You should have been mad at yourself a long time ago because you don't know how to keep your shit in your pants.
Well, if I had, I never would have met you. Or maybe you forgot about that. And maybe you forgot about those fucked up projects that you come from, huh? Now, you want to ride this First Lady train? Cool. But help me. Don't push me. Because we all got our secrets.
That was the past. Now, we got an errant preacher, a pissed-off, dead-ass ghost, and a drug dealer you laundered money from to deal with. So I'll push you to keep you from waking up with a gun in your face.
Do I know who's sending these messages? No. I mean, I think I have an idea, but we have to wait until they slip up. Then we'll follow up as thoroughly as we can.
Can this person be charged with anything?
It depends on how severe it is once it's all said and done. This woman's life is being cheapened and used to make statements that might be inaccurate. Now, this may be seen to someone as being a hero, but truthfully, it's someone being tragically undignified.
Hey, you Stuart?
You are?
Martin Jarrett.
I know you. Give me 1 minute. Go on in.
Thanks. Nice house for a journalist.
Yeah, I inherited it.
Working?
No. No, actually, I was just looking at a video of the detective who's covering my cousin's case. Have a seat. It's kind of late to be visiting people, don't you think?
Yeah. Your cousin's death has turned everything on its ear.
No, I'll say it fucked up a lot of people's lives.
Trying to be respectful?
Yeah. Why are you knocking on my door?
Honestly? Someone's sending messages to Pastor Little that are very nasty, and they're claiming to be your cousin. The morbidity of that is beyond the pale.
It's terrible. I saw the one post where they used the woman's voice, and I was thinking, who could ever do something like that?
Really? Yeah. That woman told me she talked to you.
She did. Oh. She did. I went to visit her and Stephanie after I found out about Lainey's death. She told me that both of those women were also having an affair with the preacher, so I just wanted to know if they said anything to her before she killed herself.
Did you learn anything?
No.
Did you tape anything?
No, I wasn't really in journalist mode. Is that one of Little's women on the recording?
Could be.
Chick has come on the ropes, huh? Boss is a fucked up dude. How's it feel to work for somebody like that?
It's rough. He leaves behind a mess, then I have to go and clean it up.
Like when you told my cousin to get an abortion.
She told you that?
Yeah, she did.
It really wasn't a hard conversation to have. I just wanted to make sure she was looking out for herself, and to understand that she shouldn't think of herself as special.
She didn't think of herself as special.
How mad are you, Stuart? Are you mad enough to send messages to someone that you think wronged Lainey?
What do you mean, like messages like a little fifth grader? No. I'm mad enough to want to fuck him up.
Like you did your wife?
Nah. Research. Yeah, that's, I did that. That's me.
Hey, if you hit a woman, then you'd more than likely do something else crazy, right?
Hey, do you know Mark Evans?
Boyfriend? I had a conversation with him.
You know what he did?
No. What did he do?
He went on social media after he found out that Lainey and the preacher were sleeping together and wrote this horrendous post. Crushed Lainey.
That led her to hang herself?
No. After that, she sent me a bunch of text messages, I guess, telling me that she was thinking of taking her life, but I didn't respond to any of those text messages because I got a whole bunch of shit I'm dealing with, so I didn't really have the bandwidth to take her shit on. And before you ask me if that's what led her to hang herself, I'm gonna tell you that the answer is no. I think what set her off was how you fucking callously told her to abort her child to protect your punk-ass boss. Oh no, she had 4 shitty men in her life who drew up the map, built the road that led her to putting a belt around her neck and taking her own life.
That's one way of looking at it. Was she overly emotional?
Would anybody be that was fucking a preacher? What are these messages?
Messages.
The ones that you said were being sent?
Ah, character assassinations of a good man.
You believe that?
I do. Maybe a prison sentence with no one coming to visit me, but him makes me biased, but I'm not the only one who sees him that way.
True man of God.
Yeah.
So what were you in prison for?
Drugs, violence, things of that nature.
Now you're an enforcer for the Lord.
Just a seeker of the truth.
Okay.
You don't believe me?
No, I believe you. I was just wondering how far you'd go to get to it.
There's not a limit that I'd go to get to the truth. However painful or how rough.
Am I supposed to be scared?
Concerned.
Give me a minute.
Sending another message?
No. You do realize that I'm a journalist, right? So to send a message from my phone would be totally stupid. It's traceable. I'm actually wondering why Detective Ford hasn't tried to trace the messages back to where they came from. I mean, you did talk to him, right?
No. Trying to keep this as quiet as possible. I just want all this to go away.
It's understandable. But you really should talk to Ford about tracing those messages.
What makes you think I want to talk to Ford?
Well, I just sent over our conversation. I was recording it. I don't really like to be concerned.
Fuck you say.
Now, listen, it's not admissible in court. Unless something were to happen here, then you'd have to prove that it wasn't premeditated.
So you do like sending messages?
Only when it benefits me. You know what's crazy about having a reputation like mine? People make you go see a therapist. Yeah, and you know, a therapist sits there and they try to pinpoint what your problem is. And my therapist thinks that I have an issue with anger. I mean, I can usually keep it in check, but every now and again it gets away from me. We can test it if you want to. Question is, how do you see this thing ending?
Lainey told me that you didn't mean to hit your wife. My guess, you fooled her. That anger in your eyes has always been there. And it ain't going away. Thanks for the idea about tracing the messages. But I'm suspect as to why you would offer the idea to trace the messages.
My cousin deserves the same thing you think your preacher deserves. But you have to be a cop to trace messages, huh?
Oh, you'd be surprised the powers the church has.
Actually, I wouldn't be. Yeah, preachers, they always have their way, just get away with it. Pope helped the Nazis. Preachers do a lot of things in the name of the Lord.
His name is Kenneth Little.
You think I don't fucking know that?
Thank you for your time, Stuart.
You're Pastor Little, right?
Yes.
Your secretary told me that you'd be out here. I'm Detective Demetrius Ford, and I'm here to talk to you about Martin.
Martin Jarrett, my assistant pastor.
Yeah, him.
Talk about what?
And you thought it was okay to just go to this man's house and threaten him?
I never threatened anyone. At any given time.
Right. You were just concerned.
I am concerned. My pastor is being harassed and intimidated.
You should be coming to me, not sending you out like a junkyard dog. Would you be willing to show me these messages?
I erased them. Look, I'm a man of God. If I'm not having someone praise me or becoming overly involved, then someone's threatening me. But if God ain't ready for me to leave this earth, then I'm not going anywhere.
Are these threats from women that you've been having affairs with?
No.
Mark, come on, open the door.
Get the fuck away from my door, Stu.
You're gonna want to hear what I have to say.
Nah, I'm good.
There's a guy. His name is Martin Jarrett. He works for the preacher.
What's he look like?
He's kind of buff, very angry, light-skinned, bald-headed.
Yeah, he came by the other day. Asked me a couple questions and left.
So why is he coming to me asking questions about you?
Yo, come on in.
Honestly, this is the messiest suicide I've ever been involved in. But what pisses me off is that it's getting messy because of people like you two that don't let me do my fucking job.
Detective, this is a house of the Lord. And we're not doing it on purpose.
Then stop doing it. Keep your dog on a leash. Or tell me what is really going on.
People are letting their emotions get in the way.
Then you should keep yours in check and let me worry about everybody else. Have a nice day, gentlemen.
You as well, Detective. And may God be with you.
Always.
Where the fuck did he come from?
The bitch-ass cousin was recording me when I went to go meet with him. Sent him the fucking conversation. Now I'll deal with his ass when this is all over with.
No. If the cops are coming through that door, we need to do whatever we can for them to go away.
Look, Kenneth.
Dizzy called me this morning. He told me to do whatever I need to do to make this shit go away, so it goes away.
Is that why you erased the messages?
I didn't erase any goddamn messages. I just didn't want Ford to know about them. I just got one right before he came.
What'd it say?
Leave the church before I play our conversations. I taped a lot of them. Now, look, I know it wasn't smart, but I sent a text back offering money to make it go away.
Well, before you pay anybody, I may have figured this out.
You think you know who it is?
Yeah, the cousin.
No shit.
Yeah, but I need to see it from all angles first.
All right.
Why the fuck is this bouncing back to me?
Because I'm setting you up. Secretly, I'm hoping that you kill him or he kills you.
You said that before. It sounded stupid then. It sounds stupid now.
You know what? You're right. It's a dumb joke that I just find funny. It's a nervous thing. Look, it's because I have friends at the church, and they hear things. And you know what? They're afraid, because Laney said that they're into some real shady dealings.
What does that even mean?
Shady motherfuckers do shady shit and do whatever they can to keep it out of the spotlight.
All this shit falling on me because I got fucking trigger fingers. I gotta piss.
How would tell me that?
That Martin fuck told me to move. Basically threatened me.
Said the same thing to me. Told the cops about it. Look, why don't we sit down with him, get him off our backs?
If he's doing all this shit because he's mad at me about my post, what makes you think he's gonna come to his senses?
You got another idea?
No.
Okay, so then let's see if we can talk to them. Look, I want this shit off of me just as bad as you do. Besides, the folks needs to be on Laney, change people's opinion about it.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I'm sorry I even posted that shit, you know?
Yeah. Well, remorse for your actions post-tragedy can sometimes be viewed as bullshit. Probably want to work on that. I'll call you.
Martin, look, I can get you the location of the woman's fall, but only if it's been left on.
Just give me what you can. I need to make whoever understand they need to stop playing games.
Understood. But yo, the church is gonna let Little stay? After all this shit?
You know how much money he brings in that little fucking church? Money is the most important thing to church folks. That's why God had to constantly say it was evil. He'll stay. But this shit has to stop. How much to trace this number?
For you, 500.
Get it to me in 6 hours, I'll get you 15.
Done.
Hello?
Pastor. Yeah, this is Stuart Cooper, Laney's cousin. I wanted to talk to you about what happened with Laney.
Stewart, you know as much as I do, it was a suicide.
Yeah, I think we're both clear on that. But here's the thing I don't understand. Why haven't you come forward? You know, about the affairs. About being a horrible shepherd to the faithful.
Are you writing an article?
I no longer have a job in journalism.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right, fired. You know, before you hit your wife, Laney said that you were an impulsive hothead that never thought things through. She told me that your parents were always worried about what kind of trouble you get into.
She did?
She did. And I told her to bring you in, see if you needed some counseling. But before I know it, you hit your wife. Not the smartest thing. Stuart, Laney loved you, but she saw you as a flawed human being.
Since we're both fuck-ups, let me give you some advice.
What kind of advice?
Get in front of this. Tell the truth. Before it gets too deep. Listen, I don't know if you know this, but the registrar's planning to write an article about you. An expose. It's not gonna be pretty. Especially after they find out some of the shady shit you're probably doing.
Stuart, don't call me again.
Figured you'd say that. Lady, you were right. What shady shit are you into, Mr. Preacher Man?
And I know what you see in me. You see the truth, see the me in me. You see enough to believe in me. You see your son, but it's he in me. Oh.
Lying motherfucker. Where the fuck is the phone?
Come on, man.
Where's the phone at?
I said, where's the phone? I don't know! Motherfucker, get off of me! I'll break your motherfucking arm! You dumb son of a bitch! You think you gotta fight back?
You're Mark Evans, right?
Hey, Patrick.
Martin Jarrett was killed
Oh my God, Patrick, when?
an hour ago.
Holy shit.
Cops are saying it was Laney's ex.
This just became page one.
This just became page one.
Tell Manafort I want to write the story. Yeah, he did the same thing to me. I told the cops.
Detective.
You here to accuse me of helping Mark kill the assistant pastor?
News travels fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they call it news.
Neighbors at Mark's apartment described a guy that looked like you coming by yesterday before he stabbed Martin Jarrett. This was after Mark said you came to warn him about the preacher in case you're thinking about lying.
Warned him? No, I didn't go over there to warn him. I went over there to tell him to take the post down about Laney. That's all.
Oh, so he's lying.
If you killed somebody, would you tell the truth if it made you look guiltier than you already are?
True. True.
My only concern is my cousin.
Speaking of, we found her cell phone over at Mark's.
He was the one sending those messages from her phone?
Looks that way.
Wow.
But not everything is how it looks.
Did you think it would go like this?
What? What do you mean?
I was playing games, Stuart. After the first 2 posts, I traced the phone. A couple messages came from a cell tower right over this hill. And at first I didn't say anything because the preacher and Mark, they deserve some shit in their lives. And you were doing right by your cousin. But murder isn't doing right.
Let's say that what you're saying is true. Did I put a knife in Mark's hand? I sent anyone after him?
Well, I guess they'd say the same thing about Laney committing suicide.
My thoughts exactly.
The question is, as a journalist, are you good with it? What you did? You know, you're supposed to be telling the truth, not tearing people's lives apart.
A cop goes to a woman's house, tells her that her boyfriend kidnapped some innocent girl, raped her, left her in some terrible place in the woods to die. Is he ruining her life by telling her that? Or is he just giving her the facts of the case? Anything else?
Nah. I gotta go pick up Little. He was the last person that Martin spoke to on his cell phone before Mark got attacked. It's a hell of a story, huh?
Front page stuff, but yeah, pretty damn close.
Cyberbullying.
Hello? Oh, please. Kenneth?
Who is it?
Dizzy.
Izzy, my man, listen, I've been meaning to call you, bro.
I heard there's a news truck out there.
News, listen, man, that's not nearly as bad as it looks.
Rev, what did I tell you would happen if you did something to fuck up my money flow? I chose your church because it was small and your ass was green. Now the spotlight being on you may cost me $300 or $400 grand, nigga. Money you dirtied up with your bullshit. Now what would you do if you were me? Huh? Well, now the cat got your tongue? Let me tell you something, boy. Watch how you move in these streets. You and your bitch-ass wife can get touched. You hear me? I'm gonna get at you.
Let the truth fly, and it will devour anything in its path. Hopefully, to the good.
Nat can't stop crying.
I'll go get her.
Well, I told her that we couldn't make you late for the funeral, so if...
We had lunch 2 weeks ago. She made me promise to tell her if I was gonna hurt myself. That's what happened to Laney. Didn't have the heart to tell her I was already hurt inside.
I think she knew.
Yeah, she's a smart kid. Smarter than me. I had all this shit floating around in my head that I couldn't listen to Laney when she needed me the most.
Stuart, you didn't know Laney would do what she did.
I knew what I was doing. I just feel like if I owned up to the wrong that I did to you, I would have handled the situation differently. I'm sorry. For everything.
You don't have to say that.
This anger, I let it consume me. Kind of afraid if I don't get past this shit, it's gonna eat me alive. Let me go get Natalie.
Wait. I know this may not be the best time. I lied about Ben. When you asked when I stopped seeing him, I never saw him again after that first time. I was just so damn mad at you.
That's okay. It's okay. I just hate that what happened to Lainey had to happen to make us get here.
বন্ধুরা তোমরা সবাই কেমন আছো? আজ তোমাদের শোনাবো নতুন একটি জাদুর গল্প। আজকের গল্পের নাম মৎস্যপুত্র রুবেল ও জাদুর চশমা। অনেক দিন আগের কথা। আমাদের দেশ বিদেশে যেমন রাজা আছে, রাজ্য আছে, তেমনি সমুদ্রের নিচেও রাজা আছে, রাজ্যও ছিল। সেই রাজ্যে মৎস্য কৃষক, মৎস্য রাজা, মৎস্য প্রজা আর মৎস্য ডাকাতও থাকতো। তারা সেখানে চাষবাসও করত। সমুদ্রের নিচে তেমনি এক রাজ্যে একটি সুন্দর জায়গাতে আমজাদ তার ছেলে রুবেল ও স্ত্রী রত্নার সাথে বসবাস করত। আমজাদ নিজের জমিতে চাষ করে কোনো মতে সংসার চালাতো। রুবেল কলেজে পড়াশোনা করত। এমনিতে ছেলে হিসেবে ভালো হলেও সে ছিল নিজের মনের মালিক। কারোর কথাতে কোনো কাজই সে করত না। তার যা মনে হতো সে তাই করে বেড়াতো। বাবা আমজাদ তাকে জমিতে চাষের কাজ করতে যেতে বললেও সে তা কখনোই করত না।
বাবা রুবেল, সকাল হয়ে গেছে, এবার উঠে পড়। দেখো বাইরে কি সুন্দর রোদ উঠেছে। নতুন একটা দিনে সকলেই যে কাজ শুরু করছে। তোর তো এখন কলেজের পরীক্ষাও শেষ হয়ে গেছে। চল আমার সাথে জমিতে গিয়ে আমাকে একটু সাহায্য করবি।
বাবার একের পর এক কথা শুনতে শুনতে রুবেলের বেশ গভীর ঘুমটা ভেঙে যায়, যার ফলে রুবেল খুব রেগে খাটে উঠে বসে বাবাকে বলে,
দিলে তো আমার ঘুমটা ভাঙিয়ে। কি সুন্দর স্বপ্ন দেখছিলাম যে আমি এরোপ্লেনে বসে উড়ে যাচ্ছি।
কিন্তু ঘুমিয়ে ঘুমিয়ে শুধু ওইসব দেখলেই হবে? এরোপ্লেনে চড়তে হলে অর্থ উপার্জন করতে হবে, তার জন্য পরিশ্রমী হতে হবে, কাজ করতে হবে। তাহলেই না অনেক টাকা হবে, তবেই না প্লেনে চড়তে পারবি।
আমি ওই মাঠে গিয়ে চাষের কাজ করতে পারবো না, আমার কষ্ট লাগে।
বাবা ছেলে কথা বলতে বলতে সেখানে রুবেলের মাও উপস্থিত হয়।
পরবর্তী অংশ দেখতে হলে ভিডিওটি লাইক করে নিচে থাকা লাল রঙের সাবস্ক্রাইব বাটনটা একটু টাচ করে দিও।